good evening. Welcome to Let's Talk on a very, 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 very brisk Monday night. It's cold and it's windy out there, definitely in
It's
the
Tuesday.
Northeast. And welcome to our review show as we continue to review Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 3. So 3 is in the air. 3 is in the air. And it's the three of us here once again supporting game, and I see you in the chat. So respect your support. Share it, like it, and subscribe. I know you're subscribed to Very Supporting Gamer, but share it. Share it with people. Anyway, what's up, y'all?
What's up?
Hello.
Just want to correct you. It's Tuesday night.
Oh,
And it is chilly.
What night did he say it was?
I said it was
Monday.
Monday night.
Don't
Oh,
take my
okay.
day back.
I said it was Monday night. I guess I was in the Monday, as they say, the Monday spirit. But anyway, how you guys doing?
Doing good, man.
Hanging in there.
Got to see democracy at work tonight. It's a story for another day.
Yeah, really, really. That's always, Dwayne, as we would say, a good thing to see it. A person may not agree with it one day, but people, blood, sweat, and tears was done for this. But anyway, episode 3, you guys, let's talk.
Ladies first.
I think I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I liked it. I'm liking Unique. I'm
Easy.
not liking his brother too much. Like before we got on, I said his brother is the father from Juice. He's very strange. And it's obvious he's gonna go after Kanan. Why would he do that? Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe because I kind of know some of these people, these characters, these who the show is supposed to be about, and they're kind of smarter than what sometimes I see displayed on screen. So he know allegedly Rock is out, right? His brother's trying to get back on top. They talked that little bit. Why is he going after Kanan? Kanan only selling a little bit of weed. He ain't even blew up yet. Like why Kanan wouldn't be the target. If you're trying to get your spot back, it wouldn't be Kanan. So that kind of bothered me. What's Omar Epps' name?
Carter.
Carter, yeah.
Carter. Carter's going down. Carter and Marvin's going down. It's a race to see which one of them live till the end. In my opinion. I'm mad that they didn't have Lulu show up. You know, he went back to the bar to apologize and not back to his niece, who he done let down again. First season, it didn't seem like they family had all these cracks, so I don't know. But yeah, no, I didn't hate it. It's coming out pretty strong to me. What y'all think?
Well, Dwayne, you want me to go?
Well, I really liked the episode. You know, wasn't a lot of action in there, but I think they set up a bunch of storylines. So I'm gonna go with the positives. Like, I really love what they're doing with Marvin and Jubash's relationship. You know, him standing up for her when she was disappointed by Lou not being there, and him just encouraging her. You know, just really encouraging her, letting her know she was gonna be great and all that. I really like that. Kanan coming into his own a little bit. You know, got his old business working, making that money coming in. Him having to tell Famous, like, to get your life. You know what I mean? We know I'm a big Unique fan. I like how he moving. You know, he gonna have to check his brother though. Ronnie got a little Lamar in him for those that watch BMF.
Bonnie's strange.
He really took that dude out with that car door, didn't he? He used that car
Oh,
door well.
I just want to add one little tidbit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many people saw Illegal Tender, and considering Famous is Randy, I need Famous to be tougher or something. Like his whole character bothers me. I don't expect him to make it to the end either. So that's Famous, that's Carter, and that's Marvin. Let's take a poll of who gonna live through the end of the season. But Dwayne, go ahead and finish.
I think Famous gonna get fucked by a man before he dies.
Oh Lord.
he got he got that look in his eye, man. He a little meek, so I'm a little worried about Famous. You know, he run up on Roddy. Roddy may think he back in jail and take care of him like that. But I
I'm
digress.
glad I'm not on the camera.
I digress. Again, a lot of nuance to this episode, man. Like, you just gotta pay attention to stuff. You know, I don't know, man. Carter just letting Rock know. You know, the FBI up in there. You know, Tony Danza bothers me, but I get it. I just think they could have found somebody else to play this role. I look at Tony Danza, I see him as like, who's the boss, man? I don't see him as no
Y'all
crime
remember
boss.
him in the movie with the monkeys or the gorillas that he inherited?
No,
I'm
you said
telling my
that
age.
last week.
Huh?
You said that last week too.
I'm
That's
gonna
what
have
I'm
to
talking
show
about.
y'all this movie. Tony Danza ain't no gangster.
No. So, you know, I want Lou to get himself together too. I think this little club may be a good thing for Lou. Um, so I would have to assume, right? And maybe I missed this, so y'all correct me if I am. So it seems like to me that Rock and Marvin got the same father, but Lou got a different father than them.
Mm.
Am I
Oh,
am I
All
wrong,
their last
JP?
name, all their last name is Thomas.
Oh,
that don't
okay.
mean nothing.
But
Okay.
My grandmother had 7 kids. 6 of them all got the same last name.
That's a
Only
good point by Q. Maybe that's where the music, you know, the musical end of things come.
I thought that was Go ahead, Dwayne. I'll
No, no,
speak
no,
about it.
no. We
I
cool.
thought the episode was way better than two. I thought the episode was actually really good. I think with Lou going into the bar and the woman was playing his father's music, I think that gave us some background on the love for music and where
Mhm.
they're gonna go with Lulu's character and Jukebox's character. So I thought that was really interesting. I have no understanding of why they're bringing Ronnie into this. Like Keisha said, if he was that dude at one time and he was beefing with Rock because it was always Rock and Unique beefing, he would have already let Rock know he was home and he wanted his turf back. It wouldn't have been all this hiding behind bushes, stalkish.
but he
They treated
doesn't
Ronnie.
even I'm sorry to cut you off. To me, he doesn't even have to do that because Unique already done said basically he tapping that if she won out the game.
This is what I mean. They basically got him like he's the son of Sam. Like he's a serial killer. It just the whole thing is like you're bringing a new character into the show and we still trying to understand the depth of the other characters, and now you're bringing him like he's on some weirdo shit, and it's just unnecessary.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I would have rather somebody related to DEF CON who
Right.
maybe got locked up and Rock shitted on them once DEF CON went to jail.
I
That
agree.
would have made more sense to me than this weirdo Ronnie character in the glasses looking like the DC sniper.
Yeah, it serves no purpose. I think that one scene that I
100%.
thought was interesting was when Kanan told Famous, "Yo, don't take nothing from my mother," and he basically told Famous if he do it again, he gonna kill him, which I thought was interesting because the way they're setting it up is that we know that Famous's real name is Sean, so you kind of figure that Famous is gonna get killed, and it's gonna affect Kanan in a different way because this Famous has always been down with Kanan regardless, and maybe that might be the nail in the coffin for him to really be the Kanan that we kind of know. But other than that, I love the jukebox and her father Marvin thing. I think that's excellent. She nailed it. That audition, 30 seconds. Most people don't know if they never sung for audition. 30 seconds is about what you get. And she shot a shot. And I like what Marvin said to her. Even if they don't select you, you still kicked your ass. I think that them showing
I think
Marvin,
Marvin is a good dad.
I
Like,
think
I don't think in our community we give our parents any grace. And I
I
don't
think
think,
that's perfect that they're writing that in the show.
yeah, I mean, because as a parent, it's no rule book. As an aunt or uncle, it's no rule book. You, as the elder in your family, you learn as you go. So I like the growth and maturity in Marvin.
I love that the way that Unique stepped to the Vietnamese dude and basically told him like, look, man, I ain't run from my country, dude. I think that was a big point. I think sometimes in shows you have to be who you are. And one thing I'll say about Unique's character, no matter what circumstance he in, no matter what it may seem like somebody applying pressure to him, Unique is gonna talk that talk. He gonna stand on his square. He ain't when
And I think that,
if they decide to kill Unique off the show, he gonna go out guns blazing. He ain't gonna go out begging for his life. And I like that part of him. I mean, if you follow the actor who plays him, you get a vibe about Joey Badass, and you get a good character. I think he's a really really decent actor. Uh,
but what I like about it is that represents who we are. Maybe not who we are today, but the 60s, 70s, 80s, like that's who we are. Like we're going to talk our shit. We
Hmm.
know we've been here. We know this. We know that. Like that's a real true statement for somebody. We're going to say he born maybe late 60s, that's a real true statement. Like I've been here. I almost said the N word. You
yeah, and
ran.
that's and that is when you dealt with people outside of your culture, they don't want you to be soft and passive with your own culture. You see how the Vietnamese dude said to him in Mandarin, "I like this guy," because he saw that Unique has some backbone. And for those that have dealt with other people in other cultures, definitely in that underworld, they'll tell you, be who you are. If anybody understands any truth about the Bumpy Johnson story, Bumpy Johnson literally stood up to Lucky Luciano on them, and it may have seemed like the odds was against him. So I like that part
I
about Unique.
like that I love me some Bumpy Johnson, but I just wish we talked about Madam Queen some more. But
Thank you, Keisha.
you're welcome.
Appreciate that. So I think that sometimes with this show, like I said, I really liked this episode. Really thought it was really really good. Uh, I one thing I wanted to talk about with this show was where they going with the Rock character.
She ain't going
She's saying
nowhere.
she out. She means she's
She
out.
want to get out, but she can't.
So what do you think is going to happen, Dwayne, that she gets pulled back in?
She already got pulled back
Oh my
in.
God, you was reading my mind.
Tony Danza pulled her back in
No, I'm
to to,
saying
to
no.
put
He
that hit
basically
Something
together.
gonna happen to her family. That's gonna pull her
Yeah,
back in.
she gonna see that somebody coming for Kanan.
Or
She
maybe
gonna,
even Carter. Something is gonna, because Carter is protecting his son. Right, wrong, and different. He know he got a son. He know he was close to death, even though we don't talk about that no more. He
he
protecting that with everything he got.
ain't got the rare cancer no more.
I don't know what's going on. And that girlfriend better shut up or she gonna be dead too.
she gonna be swimming with the fishes next.
I thought that was interesting. The Fed raid when they arrested him for his exotic fish. I thought that was kind of cheap and
Yeah,
lazy.
that was cheap. That was a little lazy, but you gonna have certain things like that. Just like I thought the fight scene in the club. Ooh, what are these guys? What are they up there doing? Like, I thought that was a little corny, but
I'm hoping though that Lulu's not a drunk anymore. Like I had such high hopes for Lulu character, and I understand he's the younger brother, so I
Hey
have
yo,
some
was it
expectation.
Was the lady in the bar like flirting with Lulu a little bit, y'all?
Of course she
Yeah,
was. Well, she is
he gonna get that comeback P.
seasoned.
Season.
My Aunt Denise say comeback.
I thought it was interesting. I like the opportunity that she gave him, and like he one thing that Lou has in the show is he has vision. He has the eye for the talent, and he has vision. They can really turn that bar out, and I hope that they get that far where
I
it
think
basically.
that's his way out the game. This is why I think Lulu's gonna make it and
He
Marvin's
gonna
going.
find
That's
us.
his way out the game.
He gonna find himself
Yeah.
Mm,
because he wants to be in music.
y'all don't think Rock gonna sabotage?
She may try.
She gonna try, but
He
if
told,
he
he told
making his
Rock,
own money,
he said, "I own you."
he ain't fucking with her. Sorry,
Mm,
sorry.
sorry. I want more from Carter, man. I know he didn't kill Burt and
I
all
mean,
that.
I think he's a good actor, but what he gonna do? Get on the take? Like, what is? Where does his role go from here?
I get the whole fact that he killed his partner to cover his secret,
Right.
but this last episode, the weirdness that they got these people, these characters looking behind alleys. He runs down on a girl and just starts talking. She's a cop too, and you pick it for information, but then try to act like you want to bury it. It's weird. It's kind of weird to me, because you know that not only was that girl her friend, but that girl was Burke's lover. You know she's gonna pick and pry, and they're gonna bring Carter. You know Carter's ending gonna be either with them feds, the way he's acting in the office, peeking, like looking through windows. I just think it's just weird. Um, that,
Very obvious, and many police is crooked. Like, I don't think he would be this obvious. I'm telling more
I think
secrets.
he would. I
Yeah,
think
you
he'd
are.
just be going about his job and doing his job and not worried about it.
Yeah, because police is crooked. What he did, that ain't nothing.
Yeah, it was worth it. She was taping him, so in his eyes, it was worth it. He killed her.
Yeah,
Move on.
yeah,
Her father ain't kicking up no dust.
Mm.
yeah. Like they said, she committed suicide. She was a confused gay woman in the '90s. That's how they presented it. She killed herself,
Alternative
moving
lifestyle.
right along.
Hmm. So I don't know. I like I said, I really liked the episode. I liked the episode because this episode, Dwayne, to understand the language I'm using. This episode was married to episode one. Episode two had nothing to do with the first three episodes. Episode two was off brand. It was a throwaway episode, but episode three, I really liked it. I thought it was good, um, interesting. It's interesting stories because we need and want backstory. Backstory to these characters. And I know it's only 10 episodes in the shows that we do most of the time, but backstory to these characters is important. And now we know where Lulu gets the itch from. It helps.
Mm.
And
Just like last year when they showed
jukebox.
Rock's mother. Yeah. So you see it's in the blood. They got a musical family. Even when they showed their mother last season or season one, you know that the mother, was a church
She all
lady. So
about them. She all about them coins, 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 coins.
yeah. Yeah, supporting gaming. I know you keep mentioning Ronnie. I'm not trying to understand his character. It fits. It doesn't really fit the story right
A
now.
Jason Voorhees. He was
It
looking
doesn't
like
fit.
Jason.
This is not a killer movie. This is a urban drug crime. Like Ronnie's just weird, and
I
it doesn't
think
fit what we're doing. Hey Nicole.
Dwayne is correct. So Quentin, you don't really watch BMF. I think they're trying to have a Lamar-like
Mm-hmm.
character. I think Dwayne is correct.
Cause
You know,
that popped on BMF.
but it fit in Detroit. This doesn't fit in New York.
Mhm. Think about it. You got
It
him.
doesn't fit.
You also got God Rest His Soul, the Michael Williams character on The Wire, whistling before he, you know, takes somebody out.
And that's Baltimore. Who was crazy?
The
Fat
thing,
Cat.
the thing.
Like
Let me tell you.
they got some New York crazy ones.
The thing about Ronnie, easy, Keisha, easy. The thing about Ronnie, right? Okay, let's look at Ronnie. Who Ronnie is? He's his Unique's older brother, who was that man. Like Keisha said, the difference between New York and Detroit is New York, even though he's not Harlem, it's Queens, he flashy. He would have still been flashy. He didn't even ask New. Now, like Keisha said, we telling our age. He didn't even ask Unique to take him to go get fresh yet. He would have been the one that got fresh.
Unique was supposed to have been fresh from the door.
Y'all know he the one that got some Timbs by now.
He the
Quentin. Now he did say make reference like next time I wear Jabos.
Right, because Lee's was in when he went into jail. So when he came out of jail and them Lee's, dude said something.
When he came out, Denuntants was out. That's what Levi's was.
Think about it, Q. Think about it. Remember when you went to Washington School about 4th or 5th grade? You went over there on Mill Road, over there in Irvington, to Joe's Army and Navy, and got your pinstripe Lees.
Yeah, you want your pinstripe Lees? I mean, I could even. That's why I could see Ronnie saying to Unique, "Yo, take me to go get fresh, go get a Coogee, because this is the Coogee era. Go get a Coogee, go get something to be fresh. Because at the end of the day, even if his money ain't right, he gonna be fresh. That's a New York type of thing. That's that Northeast vibe. But I don't see the purpose. They basically got Ronnie like he's a stalker. Like, like Keisha said, why would he be looking at Kanan? Because at the end of the day, that's DEFCON's son. He's hands off.
The same reason he's staring at a TV that ain't on.
But Kanan ain't nobody. He ain't got no money. Even if he was a stick-up kid.
That's why I said that's DEFCON's son. He wouldn't be looking at that boy. Because they made it seem like DEFCON was that dude. And she said he was undercover gay. So if everybody know that that's his DEFCON son, he'd be hands off. He would be gunning that Rock. And now he done seen his brother leaving Rock house. And even though Unique done told him he gutting her like a fish, like,
That was the best sex scene, I think, in Power.
Interesting. The body double was fat. No, not the history of Power, Keisha.
No, because you love that Julio sex scene.
With the Chinese girl?
Yeah, you loved Julio.
No, I loved Julio. I could have did without her.
Keisha, that wasn't the best sex scene because Patrice Miller, that was a body double. Some of these actors don't be body doubles.
Oh, okay.
We know that.
But she definitely was on that Bronco going for a ride.
Listen, man.
Listen, it was better. What was the last sex scene I seen in Power? It was horrible.
Supporting Gamer said, "Oh, I see Keisha just watches Power for the sex scenes." Supporting Gamer, you got Keisha all wrong. You got her all wrong, brother.
Every episode of Power, Raising Cane, and all of them, the 4 shows, you're always going to get a scene that just like make you mad, throwaway scene. The cop talking about, "Oh, I'd like to get some of her." Man, please. Rock's not messing with you, sir. Please.
I don't know. So what you guys in the chat think about the episode? Like I said, one of the things when we do our reviews is that us three can talk on the phone all day long about what we think. And we started doing the reviews because we like to do it and we just with the podcast. But when you have the chat that's into us and into what we're talking about, Supporting Gaming did a wheel kick. He came out early. He said 8.5 for him. You did your rating that quick, huh?
Jesus.
8.5? Well, Supporting Gaming loves the whole Power universe. He don't like the Force. Force is the worst one for him.
Okay, well, I see your 8.5, and I'm giving it a 6.35.
Oh God.
Six
Well,
point three
Dwayne,
five.
I'm in there. I'm going with a 6.
Mhm.
Mm, mm. Well, because I liked it so much, I thought it was so good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm giving it an 8.
I'm not falling in that. I'm not falling in that banana in the tailpipe no
I'm
more.
I'm 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 not rating the series. I'm just rating three.
I'm not doing it.
It has
Okay.
to be it has to be standalone. I have to just give it the 8. And the reason
Why?
Yeah.
why, you guys, I'm big on like I always say, and Keisha and Dwayne know me better. I am big whenever we do review shows or anything when you talk about movies. Character development is something I care about. When you
Mhm.
start going back into who's who and you explain who these characters is, that's what I care about. I think they did a good job with explaining who Lulu's father was. I don't like Ronnie. And if they keep showing Ronnie without giving us some background, more background on him, I'm gonna blow the episode up. No, I'm gonna criticize the episode. Let me change that. I don't want nobody to think I'm bullying nobody on the internet. But I'm gonna really give it a bad critique. So you know, Keisha, what was the rating you gave it?
6.
She gave it a
What
6.
what? Let me ask you guys. What
One
more do
dollar.
you? Yeah, Ronnie should be. Nicole gave it a 7. Ronnie, okay, supporting gamer said Ronnie might get eliminated this season, so don't worry. I don't even,
Hmm.
supporting gaming, believe it or not, if they eliminate Ronnie in this season, it would bother me because
Why we
because
I mean,
when you bring
go
a
ahead,
character
Quinn.
in, you don't eliminate him without giving us much, giving us enough depth, because it's a waste of space. Ronnie serves no purpose right now, so now they keep showing Ronnie, explaining to Ronnie, what is Ronnie going to mess with Unique's wife? Like, what is he doing? Like, following Kanan and Famous? You got Famous, like Dwayne says, looking scared to death. They running in the house like the boogeyman.
They 15.
Keisha, all right, I'm gonna explain to you guys. I hope they're not trying to make the brother Larry Davis Ronnie.
Well, listen.
Larry Davis in the '80s and the early '90s was notorious in New York, but people respected him, and he sold drugs for the cops, and the cops wound up shooting him.
Now I got my wish in the coming attractions, right? You gonna see the boys back in school. Like that's what I'm saying. Where they at? They don't go to school. They dropouts.
Exactly, exactly. So
Um, what was you gonna say? What more were we looking for in the episode?
yeah, no. Yeah, what would you like to see more of going forward?
I want to see the conversation between Rock and Lulu.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like they were having Sunday dinners together. They was having. I don't see them not. I don't see the rest of the family not trying to get them together. And I'm saying that because I come from a close family on both sides. Even my friend group is close, and I'm an outlier. And there's always someone coming to me like to rein me back in, even if I'm in the right and someone else is in the wrong. So I don't see that this will go on this long. Even her and Kanan's relationship, like her apology was the car. Kanan
Yeah.
knows his mother, right? Now he didn't accept the car. We know eventually when you look at the Power series, and he said, I just went and checked out mom's before he got with Ghost and Tommy.
So you know she
So
rated.
I get it that he wants to be a grown up. I'm a single mother with a son. I get it that he wants to break away and, hey, mom, let me do my own thing or make my own decision type of situation. So I get that. But I just don't see them not repairing it or not working to repair it or not feeling nothing that he wants to repair the situation with his mother.
So what you think about her
Um,
buying a beauty salon?
I mean, that's a money maker. It's a cash business. I
That's
get it.
authentic. That's authentic back in the day.
Yeah, that's authentic today.
Could we be honest? Wasn't
Yeah.
Tasha using Keisha's shop to
Yeah,
clean money?
that. I mean that because it's a cash business. Well, not so much because hair costs a lot. You got to use a credit card or a debit card. But back in those days, it was a
How do we
cat.
know
It was
this? How we know this?
definitely a cash business.
How we don't know this is the same shop? Because we
Mm.
assume
I
Rock is
mean, I
around.
hear what people are saying, but we have to remember, right? Everybody wants to see Ghost and Tommy. Ghost and Tommy are younger than Kanan.
Yeah, they still a couple of years away.
Tasha ain't nothing but 9 or 10. I was seeing online that they were saying the girl who called, what did she call jukebox Polo? That's
Hmm.
Tasha. It's no way it's Tasha. Tasha only about 9 or 10 right now.
One of the things, and I love the fans. I love everybody that supports what they're doing. And let me explain. They're not fans. They're supporters of the show. And the Power Universe allows you to think about everything, but some of the conspiracy stuff is just far fetched.
Everybody breathes.
Hmm.
Yes, everybody's breeze. Yeah.
Like, and did y'all see the Tommy scrawled on the building in the episode? It was some graffiti that said Tommy.
I didn't see that.
So I want to ask y'all a question. How do y'all think Rock back then? Because you want to look at it as the '90s. If you knew that the feds was watching you, 9 out of 10, Rock would be more paranoid. She wouldn't even want Unique around because Unique want to play still. Unique want to be in the life. I think the way that Rock is going about that, she's out. She needs to figure out how to watch this money, knowing the feds is watching. I think she would have left town for a while. I don't
She
think she would have stayed
definitely would
around.
have been in the South. Wherever her family from, that's where she would have went to. Because here's my thing. Didn't Rock try to buy that house? Didn't she buy that house cash?
Yeah.
That's a Fed's wet dream.
What do you mean? I know what you mean, but explain that, Keisha.
Ain't no paperwork. How you connecting them dots? Okay.
Yeah. Like how she get a realtor to even pass it. Actually, back then is when that law started in the late '80s when if you put down more than $10,000 on something in cash, even if it was $9,999, they had to automatically let the IRS know.
You had to fill out a CTR report. My first job out of high school was I was a bank teller. You have to fill out a CTR report.
Okay.
So what are we talking about?
Giving them some background, Keisha. I hear you.
I I don't I don't understand. And Rock is just walking around. She just buying and spending. She's noticing people following her, but you just buying and spending. I don't understand.
Yeah, supporting gaming is telling us a lot about what the they said in the original Power, and this is right. In the original Power, he did tell Tommy to go to a ball game with Teresi. So we got to understand that Kanan got to the point where he wasn't even acknowledging who his father was or his family to the point where we met him. One thing that it may seem like they're not connected, but the writers of Power, and I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt that they're gonna bring up stuff that we may remember from before that's gonna come back and be like, oh, okay, because they leave a lot of stuff uh open.
So to me, he never had a dad. He never had a dad.
Yeah, she can't control him, Wale. That situation with Kanan and her, Kanan just get tired of her lying. Like Rock mean well. Rock is one of them type of women that been in control, wants to stay in control, don't want to be part of the game. but she's lied because she's always her viewpoint is she's covering her family. She's doing everything to protect her family.
Yeah,
And
and her child is the problem.
Right.
yeah,
Your child is always the problem.
Kanan ain't on code right now.
It's always your kid and your little brother, which is like your kid too. Because Lulu ain't on code either.
She hurt Lulu. She hurt poor Lulu. I control you, nigga.
Why the fuck she take his house?
Can I ask y'all a question about episode 2,
Mhm.
if y'all don't mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Episode 2?
Yeah,
You going back a week?
yeah. I saw it online, so I wanted to ask y'all how the dude in the wheelchair was driving the mail truck.
I don't know. I thought it.
Oh, you know what they say that sometimes you could
No.
they could drive.
Keisha, if you're in
I
a
don't know.
wheelchair, you can drive. You have to have a special vehicle. It's a knob. I knew somebody that was in the wheelchair that had their own vehicle. It's a knob that they turn, brake. I mean, not turn, they brake with. It's a knob. So how the hell you could do that with a mail truck that y'all stole?
Pause.
But one thing about this, you can't get over. You can't
But
be
you could
lazy
have
in
the,
your writing.
some people who are
Fans pick up on stuff like this. You can't be lazy in your writing.
so yeah, because how he wheel his ass up on the bell truck.
Support Gamer said, "Do more got superpowers." That's the only explanation. Absolutely, and it's funny
How
how they
did
do
Marvin
people.
live through the whole scene?
Yeah, I don't know how Marvin ain't get hit.
The
I don't even know
funniest thing
Marvin
about
gone.
Debo, right, is Debo was mean as hell to Marvin. They had the beef over the elevator. He saved Marvin after
And
last
he
season.
let Marvin know his history.
Yeah. Now, him and Marvin is cut buddies. And Dwayne said it last week. If he had all that money in that truck, in that car, Debo would have pulled off. Dwayne said he would have pulled off.
Hmm?
But it's funny how Marvin, I don't know. I don't know about Marvin's character.
Well,
Where they're gonna
Marvin
go.
did it because he saved Marvin.
I got a strange feeling that they're gonna have us start liking Marvin, build us up to let us down.
Marvin dead. I'm telling you, Marvin ain't making it through the whole season. If he do, I'll be shocked.
Any final thoughts, you guys?
I thought it was a good episode. Looking forward to what they have next. Want to see how Kanan handles success a little bit with his little venture. I want to see the conversation that is had or not had between Lulu and Juke, because Juke has been, I don't really want to say this, but I'm going to say it. Juke has been disappointed by the men in her family. Like, all of them have disappointed her at one point or another. From Kanan to Marvin to Lou.
I agree.
And here she feels let down again by a family member. You know what I mean? So it's
I'm
like,
gonna ask y'all two a question. If you could bring back one character out of Juke and Kanan for Power Book 2, which one you bring back?
I'll bring back Kanan.
It's a toss up for me, right? Because the more I get to know Juke, I don't understand why they killed her. I don't
Yeah.
understand why she went so hard against Tariq and Ghost, right? But I kind of wanted Kanan to live, um, because to me that was the best power when it was Kanan, Tommy, and Ghost.
Here, I have a theory on your point where you said, why did you go so hard? Because she
Hmm.
knows what disappointment is from her family. So she tried to be everything for Kanan. She tried to be everything for Kanan that the men in her life weren't for her.
So then I still don't understand why he killed her. Like, that's like, okay, he killed his son, which was the ultimate betrayal, but then he was like, I don't know if the N word was mine anyway. But to kill his cousin's sister, as much as I don't like my first cousins, all 25 of them, I couldn't kill my sisters and brothers.
I find it very interesting, and I brought it up. Me and Keisha, I think me and you had said it the other day that we really like the Juke character and how they explaining it. And I asked y'all that because when you look at that confrontation back now, and you look at Juke wanted to kill Tariq, and Kane was like, no. What was it about Tariq? Because he hated Ghost and Tasha. They got him locked up. Why did he love Tariq so much? What did he see in Tariq?
He saw himself in Tariq.
And then what? Why did she was like, that little nigga ain't nothing but a mark?
Yeah, well, he saw something in Tariq. He saw himself in her.
Because as what we're looking at now, right? Kanan was Tariq. He wasn't in the exclusive neighborhood because that's not what we was doing in the 80s and 90s. But Kanan lived the Tariq, the sheltered, smart kid life. So I get why he identified with Tariq. Mm-hmm. Wholeheartedly.
Because Kanan, listen, we've said this, not to get personal. I'll save the names. I don't like putting names out. But we've all experienced people who became part of the streets that didn't have to. Kanan really didn't have to become part of the streets. He was raised almost with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Yeah, pretty much.
You wouldn't have got that from when he first stepped on the scene. You know what I mean? But you get it now. Rock tried to protect him from it. He the one that wanted to be in it. The Ghost tried
Tariq.
Ghost tried to protect Tariq from it. He ain't really need to be up in it. So their paths are very similar. And I think that's why he did it. And then Kanan saw Sean as weak. That's why he killed his own son.
Sean should have been Ghost's son. Exactly. Sean is like Diddy kids.
Interesting.
Diddy father was a gangster who disappeared.
Well, with that, we're gonna close out. Appreciate.
I'm always dropping nuggets.
Remember to like, share, subscribe. The best way to support the channel is to like it, subscribe, and share it. Until next week, we'll see you guys. I don't know when we're going to do a show because next week is the Christmas Day. Holiday is Monday, so we'll figure out a day. You'll get the notification. And until then, take care. Have a great night.